like, let's just go to the hospital. So we went into the Uber. When we went into the Uber or the U-Ride, you know, he told the guy, you ride. And I turned to my boyfriend and I said, babe, hide me. I don't want him to see that I took weed, babe. Hide me. So my boyfriend, I pulled down my head in his lap and he was, you know, covering my head. And my boyfriend told me that every time I tried getting up, he was just shoving down my head because if no one the driver knows I'm high. So when we finally reached now to the hospital, and we come out the car, my boyfriend came out and, you know, I was coming out. I turned to the driver and I go, bye-bye, bye-bye. I was so high, oh my God. We were still in like the COVID season and everything. So to get inside the hospital, you know, you still have to answer the questions and whatever. And I remember we were outside and my boyfriend, you know, was trying to find out from the guy at the front, like what's the procedure to get inside, to let them know that I need help. And I was there and I started to tap dance. Well, in my version, I started to tap dance outside, you know, in the cold and the snow, you know, with my no wig and my tracksuit and winter boot, you know, I start tap dancing in front of the people them hospital. Anyway, no, I stopped and we went inside. So they asked me the question. They asked him the questions and he told them and whatever. So when we went inside, no, I was trying to be quiet because I didn't want people to know that I am high as fuck. I'm on drugs. So then we went into the hospital and I was just like fidgeting because like I could not control it. At this point, it's the fun high, right? The fun part now. So when we got to the counter, and my boyfriend, I feel so bad for him because I could just tell that he was embarrassed, but I couldn't stop. You know what I mean? It's like I'm doing all of this and I know what I'm doing and I want to stop, but I can't stop. Anywho, we got to the counter and there were like a bunch of nurses taking the information and all of that. And they asked him for my information. He gave it to them. And they had me sign something. And I was there and I actually signed it pretty well. And in my mind I was saying, for somebody that's high, that signature looks good. But I don't think I said it out. I probably did. I may have. Yeah, I don't know. But after that we went back to the counter and the lady was like the main lady who was taking all the information, she said, who wants to take her, like to the other nurses, who wants to take her, right? So then I said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm not like this, I'm not that type of person, I'm a good person, I don't take weed. And then I point to one of the lady and I said, I want her to take me because she's so beautiful. And then I said, I'm so sorry, because they were all ladies, right? And then I stopped and I said, I'm so sorry, I'm a feminist, you're all beautiful, and one day I'm gonna work in this hospital. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Anyway, one of them took me and they told my boyfriend and I to go and like wait in the waiting room, right? So we went now in the corner and I had the sweater on, like the sweater, and I was covering my face like this. So we walked over there and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm high. I cover my face like this and we go over and we sat in the chair and I was just there looking at my boyfriend. I think at this point it was like around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And remember I got home 9. So all of that happened within 2-3 hours. So we were there sitting and waiting and then the nurse came for me. No, when I went into the room, the examination room, there was this nice doctor. And he said hi and I said hi and I sat on the chair and I was so happy. The man was giving me like one of those foam cups, soup cup. And it had gummy bears in it, so I was supposed to take it and take out one. I started doing like this with the cup. The cup was sweetie in her, but start throw the sweetie them in my mouth like me I drink it. So anywho, my boyfriend took the cup from me because I was acting like a madman. And then the doctor said, can I have your hand? Like give me a hand for him take my blood, for him take my pressure, right? So me cock up my foot. The man said, give me a hand. I'm going to cock up my foot on the man's leg. I put my leg on the doctor's leg. And then when I realized what I was doing, I'm sorry. And then I took it off and I started dying. You have to come and say, Jesus Christ, to me. And I said, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I take up my foot and put on the doctor's leg. So then he was there and he was taking, he was doing my thing. and I was there eating my gummy worm, and I don't know, I don't business nobody. And I remember I wanted to pee, and there was a garbage bin there, and I said, oh my gosh, that bin looks like a good hole to pee in. I want to pee so bad. And I look at the doctor, and the doctor was just looking like at me like, geez and peace, what is this? And I said, doc, I'm not a crackhead, I'm not a crackhead, please don't think I'm a crackhead. And I said, you know, I want a pageant, you know. For those of you who know, I did win a pageant in high school. So I was like, you know, I want a pageant, and I was ambassador. Oh, I say, and I do makeup, and I can sing, and I have 2 jobs. And when I'm finished, I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna work with you, because I'm gonna be a pediatrician. Yeah, that's what I said to the man. And the man said, really? I'm say, yeah, that's what I'm gonna become. And then he said, that's good, that's nice. And then, you know, he was asking me like what happened, and I was telling them, I said, this girl from my workplace, she said she gonna give me a ride home, and who don't want to take free ride? I want the free ride. And them give me weed, and I tell them I'm a first timer, and they give me weed. That's what I said to the doctor, and the doctor said, yeah, they set you up, because nobody in their right mind who, you know, you tell somebody this is my first time, they're not gonna let you take that much. They're not gonna say, here, take 6 puffs, take 10 puffs. They're gonna say, you know, like, at least be lenient with it, you know what I mean? But he was like, yeah, those are not good people for you to be around. And I'm like, doctor, yes, true. So then I said, doctor, I said, you ever meet a Jamaican? And then he said, no, I've never. And I said, well, me are the first somebody I meet from Jamaica. What? I'ma say, la 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 la. I say, yes, doctor. And then I say, doctor, you can't say wagwan. I'ma say, it's so, no, I think I said something like, whoa, next time you meet a Jamaican, tell them, so the first Jamaican you meet was a crackhead. I'ma start dead with laugh. And then I think I said, doctor, you can't say wagwan. Say wagwan, make me hear. And then there was another lady. There was a lady doctor, and then she said, wagwan. And I say, you come from Jamaica? She looked Chinese. You know, she wasn't like white, but she looked like a Chinese. I'm gonna say, you come from Jamaica? And she said, no, I'm not from Jamaica, but that's where I spent my honeymoon. That's where I spent my honeymoon with my husband. I'm gonna say, for real? And she said, yeah, for real. And then I said, that nicey. And she said, actually, Jamaica is the first place where I tried my first weed. I'm said, we're known for weed. I would did it. I'm gonna start dancing, go on with myself. And then they told my boyfriend that we can go back and sit down now in the waiting room. And I said, babe, we can please go pee in the bathroom. We can please go, because if we don't go, I'm going to pee in the bin. I'm going to just pee in the bin. That's what I told my boyfriend in front of the nurse. Like, for me, it was nothing because I was high. You know, it wasn't me. It was the drugs. For my boyfriend, I know he must have been embarrassed. I know he must have been embarrassed. So then we went to the bathroom. I think we had to go into the men's room because he had to take me. You know, he wouldn't just let somebody like me who was high go into the bathroom. So we went into the men's room, and I was so intrigued by the urinals. And then there was the bathroom, the stall, and I was in there, and I said, babe, please, baby, can you help me pee pee? And I said, babe, please don't close the door, because I feel like if you leave me by myself, I'm gonna just put my head in the toilet, and you don't want me to put my head in the toilet, don't it? And I go in there and I pee pee, and then when I come out, and my boyfriend, you know, he helped me wash my hands and everything. There was this pack of wipes on the table. There was a pack of wipes on the table, and like on the counter where you wash your hands. And I was like, I was slowly drawing it and opening my tracksuit to put it in my tracksuit. And my boyfriend looked at me and just grabbed it from me and put it back. And he's like saying, Tassimel, no more. No, like I was gonna steal that pack of wipes. Like, no, honestly, if it was sober me, like normal me, would I take the wipes? Because who don't want free wipes? That's our problem. Like free things. That's why I get myself that. So anyway, we went back outside and we were there waiting. And I said, babe, if they come for me and they're going to take me, please don't let me go by myself. Please don't let me go by myself. Don't let them thief me, babe. Don't let them kidnap me. Please come with me. So when the nurse came and she was going to take me to the room now to do like a full evaluation to make sure that there was nothing else in the weed, she came for me, and there were these big doors that I had to go in to the room. And she was like, yeah, let's go. And then I stopped right at that, this is the door, and I stopped and I said, babe, please don't let them take me, please don't let you take me. And then the lady said, it's okay, it's okay, you can trust me, and I said, you're sure? And she said, yes. And I said, you're going to take me to the psych ward? And she said, no, I'm just going to make sure you're okay. I'm gonna say, all right. And she hold my hand, and I held on her hand tight, because I don't want nobody kidnap me. I'm gonna say, bye, babe, bye. And then I just know my boyfriend was embarrassed and probably stressed out. And we went into the room, and again, they started asking me the story, and I started to tell them. After being there, they had me lay down on the room and so forth, and I was there, and I was just looking in the ceiling, looking at the lights. I swear it was a sun, as a sun, star, moon, cat, rat. I don't know what I don't see in them lights. And yeah, I was just there laying. I take the pillow cover my head, because I think by this point it was starting to wear off, because I had my anxiety, and then I had like the high part, like the fun part, and then it was starting to wear off. So then, but I could still feel, like I could still do stuff, like feel stuff where I know I was high, but I still can't control it. So I was there just laying down. Don't even know how long, until afterwards they came in and they drew blood from me and they tested it and everything. And they came back like later. This time I think I felt a lot better. And then she was telling me that luckily there was nothing else, like, there was nothing else mixed with weed, because sometimes people do mix stuff with it, like maybe ecstasy or moxie or other stuff, other type of drugs. She said it's good because it's just weed, so I don't have anything to worry about. And yeah, they let me go and stuff like that. And when I went back, I was so embarrassed, because it's like I'm walking back to the room and I'm passing everybody that I did all the foolishness with. I'm passing the doctor, the nurse, all of the nurses where I was saying, oh, I'm a feminist too. And then I went to my boyfriend, and I was so embarrassed to see him. And then I sat down, and I was still covering my face, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I really just did that. So then, we were there, and he said, are you ready to go home? And I said yes. And then we booked another ride, and we came home. And when we came home, it was after 2:00 in the morning. It was 2 in the morning, in the night. Yeah. And yeah, we were just there, and I couldn't sleep. I tried sleeping and I couldn't sleep. I don't think I went to sleep until it was like 4. I was just traumatized. I was shaky. Every time I closed my eyes, I felt as if I felt how I felt when I was on weed. Well, it still never wore off fully, but it felt as like the first effect. So I couldn't sleep until like about 5 in the morning when I went to bed. And then luckily for me, the next day was my day off. I think that's why I was so, like eager to try it, because I was like, yeah. And yeah, my boyfriend and I, we stayed home the next day, and we talked about it, we laughed about it. I was still kind of shaking up, because I still couldn't believe that happened. And I'm like, no, I know I'm never, ever doing weed again. I beg God, I said, God, do take this out of my body, and I'll never do it again. And yeah, after that, couple nights after, like even during the day, I still had shakes and so forth. Like somebody, if you know, when you take weed, like you still have little shakes and so. I still had tremors. And yeah, like a couple nights, well, I still had like nightmares, and I was just terrified. But I definitely learned my lesson. I don't know if probably God just probably said, you know what, you're not gonna be a weed head, so let me give you the worst experience ever. It was terrifying. It was terrifying, and I can't believe I actually ended up in the ER. But all I have to say is, like, it's life. We all get one life, and it is good when you try stuff by yourself, but don't endanger yourself. Like, it could have been serious where it was more than just weed in that thing, and it could have been a case where me taking that could mess up my entire life, or probably me wanting more, and then becoming an addict. So it's okay to try new stuff, it's okay to have different experiences. But I would say if you're gonna try weed for the first time, if you're thinking about it, if you want to do it, do it around people that you can trust, and around people who are experienced, or even if not experienced, someone who is able to, I would say do it around people who is experienced, you know what I mean, and not the type where they're addicts, not the type where they're addicts. I'm talking about like somebody who has, they know the experience of weed, and so if you should start acting out like myself, they'll treat you, you know, the right way, like basically how my boyfriend made sure I was okay in every possible way. Yeah, don't take it from nobody where you don't really know, like that. Don't take weed from anyone you don't really know. And just take one puff. Don't be like me and be like taking 6-10 puffs. Like, just take a small amount and do your thing. But for me, I don't think I'm ever going to do weed. I may, but me definitely don't want to do it now, because yeah, I'm terrified. I literally have PTSD from that, and so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it again, but I had the experience and it's safe to say. If you're a weed smoker, let us know in the comments if you like to smoke weed, if you don't like to smoke weed, and what was your first experience like? You know, was your first experience worth it? Are you somebody who had a bad experience like myself, or probably worse? Or are you somebody who, you know, it was not too much, so you were chill, and so you're now a weed smoker? Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Please go ahead and subscribe if you like the story. So thank you guys for coming back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.